Hey YouTube, how y'all doing? I just finished watching a video on Instagram and it's like I just have to speak up on it because this is something that's very serious in our time now. Some young lady from Houston, Texas, she says she was running late for work, so she decided to call a Lyft. She was running late because her car wound up breaking down while she was on her way. So she decides to call a Lyft, and she got all the information. Then she gets in the Lyft, and then she says she realizes at first she's not paying attention, so she's on her phone, because the Lyft is monitored, blah blah blah. But she says, so all of a sudden, she says she starts seeing that he's cutting down through other blocks. This is not known. She knows her way around, so she's like, I know this is not the way. She's like, he's not following the GPS. So she keeps asking questions, why he's not following the GPS, why he's going behind, like on the side streets and stuff like that. He ignores her. Then she asks him again, and then he says, don't worry, I know where I'm going. So she's like, okay. So she stays quiet for a little longer, but then she becomes aware. Since she gets off her phone, son tells her to get off her phone, and she starts to pay attention. As she's paying attention, she says, well, she realized that all of a sudden there's like a truck that he pulls right behind. So then she's telling him, why are you staying right behind this truck when you could just go around it? I'm running late for work. I'm trying to get to work. This guy says, don't worry, I'm taking you there. And then she says she sees a black guy come out with braids, and he goes to a warehouse and unlocks the door, the chains to the parking lot of the warehouse. And then he starts to tell the Lyft driver to back up into the parking lot. And right then and there, she's like, what the hell is going on? And she tells him, what are you doing? This is not the way. And she just said she immediately just grabbed the door and ran. This is to show you that you just never know. Look, that stuff is monitored, and supposedly, there's a button that you can just press and you can call police and all this stuff, and they track them and all of that. But look how crazy this world is. This human trafficking stuff is so serious that you just never know when you're putting yourself in a predicament. It's so scary out here. And yes, this happened in Texas, but that doesn't mean that this can't happen in New York, that this can't happen in Massachusetts, that this can't happen in Pennsylvania. Wherever the hell there's a Lyft, Uber, all that stuff, you really have to pay more attention, be more aware. When you go on these car share rides or whatever, even if you're not sharing a ride, you need to really pay attention to what's going on, your surroundings, the GPS. Even if you know your way to get around, you have to pay attention to make sure that the person is going the right way. Make sure you get a good look of them. Make sure before you even get in their car that that's the same license plate and the same type of vehicle that is stated on the website, on the app. This is something that's very serious. There's a lot of this happening, and thankfully she caught on, and God bless her that she made it out. She was doing the video on Instagram. She was just so nervous and hysterical. She couldn't believe that actually just happened. She had just dropped her daughter off to school. Who's to think that would happen? She's driving on her way to work. Car breaks down. Like, what was the whole... Maybe God did that to give her time to cherish her life. Who knows what she's doing behind closed doors? Who knows what's her situation? Only God knows. But for that to have happened and for her to make it out, thank God she actually paid attention. What if it was a person that's tired, or a woman that doesn't know any English, or a person that's not being aware of their surroundings and where they're going? Who knows what they plan to do to her? It could have been human trafficking. It could have been rape. It could have been just to kill her. It could have been to take her organs. Only God knows what was their reason and what was the purpose for this to happen. But thankfully, she made it out. She says she's waiting for the cops right now. She's in a safe place. She's at a gas station. Thankfully. Please, people, pay attention. Pay attention to what's going on out there. You don't know when it could be your last time to say goodbye. When it could be your last time to kiss your kids. Cherish every moment. Cherish your life. You have to really think about these things, because you only got one life to live. And if your kids mean something to you and your family means something to you, you would recognize that and you would cherish that, and always make sure and be aware of your surroundings. I hope this message gets to someone before someone or someone else gets hurt or something bad happens, because we all know on the news it's been crazy. But please, 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 especially women, be aware. Young ladies, be aware. This is not a joke. This is not a joke. Stay blessed.